Hey guys, it's Rains. Going to do a little bit of a different video today. While before I did mostly eye tutorials, thought I'd change it up and do a how to contour. I have had a few people ask me how I do my contour, a few people in real life, not in YouTube land. So today I'm just going to do how I contour for my face shape, my features. Everybody has a different way to contour. Everybody wants different things that they want to stand out or recede, things that they want to hide, and everything like that. It's not about, really not liking your features. It's about highlighting your best features. And it's just makeup. It's just for fun. So it's just how it is. Can't take it too seriously. So I'm going to get right into it. I've done all my makeup except for my contour, highlight, and blush, which I'm going to do today. So I'm going to start with my Wet n Wild contouring palette. I'm going to start off with the darker shade. And this is my e.l.f. blending brush. Use anything that's flat, dense. You can use something like the Expert Face brush from Real Techniques. Another brush that I have that I do my lighter contour with is this is a Face Secrets angled brush. So this is kind of the thing that you want to use for contour. I like this for more bronzer personally, which I think I might put on some. So I'm just going to pick up a little bit. And I do have pretty prominent cheekbones already. So I basically just go right underneath there and go to about here. And you can make this as defined or as natural as you want. I mean, all up to you. Do the same thing on the other side. Okay. Make sure that they match. What I like to do is actually fit my brush right up underneath my cheekbone. If you can't see where your cheekbone is or feel it with your brush, just take the handle of your brush and roll it down, and where it dips under, there's your cheekbone. Then I'm going to take the same brush, I'm going to take it at my temple. Not as heavy. And around my hairline to have a pretty large forehead. So I personally don't just go at my hairline. I go down a little bit from my hairline. Try to, it's like a minimalizing effect. Minimizing effect? Try to make it look smaller. Also go over my eyebrows and down onto my forehead. So you can see how that's made it look a little bit shorter. Then with the same brush, I go under my chin and my jawline, kind of hide the double chin that I have here. So for me, there's really only three things that I feel like that I want to, quote, fix with contour. That's the forehead, make it a little bit less pronounced. the double chin. As you can see, it looks a lot smaller. You don't want to just make a huge line here. You want to blend it down. All this is about blending. If you don't blend, then you're just going to have lines all over your face. I'm going to take my foundation brush. Just blend that in. Then I'm going to take a smaller, this is a contour brush from e.l.f. I also like to do my nose because my nose is not straight. So if I take this and go straight down my face, my nose goes to one side. So I like to contour it so it looks more straight. So I actually contour this side. I go half on my nose bridge. So I literally make a straight line from here and go straight down. And on this side, I pretty much just follow the side of my nose. I mean, this doesn't change physically, but it changes optically. Okay. Then I go on the tip of my nose. And again on this side, I go onto the side. And then I go right across. And then just with my fingers, I blend that in some. As you can see, it looks a lot straighter. So I'm going to take a little bit of that, put it right into the little dip above your lip, and that actually adds to the illusion of a straighter nose when you contour right there, because it actually makes that straight line go all the way down. So you're literally seeing a straight line going down your face. I also do right under my lower lip. Okay, so that is how I contour. So I'm going to add some bronzer, which will be a matte bronzer, which is my NYX matte bronzer in light, but this has a little bit more of a red tone. I'm going to use my angled brush. I'm not going to pick up a lot. I'm just patting it, not where I put the contour, but just above. It's going to give a little bit more of like a sun-kissed glow. I really want to put this at the high points of your face. So you do the top of the cheekbone, the bridge of your nose, your forehead, and some people do it like on their upper lip or their chin. I'm really just going to do the cheeks, forehead, and maybe a little bit on my nose. That's basically just to warm up your face and to give the illusion of color, especially if you are glow in the dark like I am, even with a tan. Okay, then for highlight, I'm going to start with under my eye. I'm going to take the highlight color here, which is very close to my skin tone. So I actually use this as just a highlight right underneath my eyes. And this actually helps reduce the appearance of bags, and it also helps the appearance of the dark circles. So you can see this eye I have put the powder, which is a slightly pinkish powder, while this side you can see I have a bag. This side doesn't look like I have one. I discovered this about 2 weeks ago, and I wish I knew about it a long time ago. Because it does work. Okay. Now I am going to take a small, fluffy angled brush, which is a professional eye defining brush by e.l.f. I'm going to take that same color. I'm going to take it down the bridge of my nose. So I have more of a matte highlight at the bridge of my nose. Then I'm going to do my actual highlight, which I'm going to use my Urban Decay Illuminated, and this is in luminous, which is the white, and then they have, I think, a gold one. This does come with a brush underneath it, but I like to use my own brush. This is just a little tapered, small tapered brush. It's actually what it's called. So just take that, pick up a little bit of it, and pat it onto my cheekbones. I go from about the center of my eye to my temple, right on the top of my cheekbone. And what this does is give the illusion of having higher, fuller cheekbones, where you can see this side looks more defined, while this side looks flatter. And it's just from highlight. So I like to apply it and then rub it in a little bit. And then if I feel like I need a little bit more, go back in and do the same thing. So apply and rub it in. Then I also like to take another teeny tiny brush. This is the Icing Expert Highlight and Concealer brush. I do the highlight part, which is like a pencil brush. Just take a teeny bit of that. Put it right at the tip of my nose. And that gives the illusion of an upturned nose. And then I like to take it and put it right above my lip, or my cupid's bow, which gives the illusion of fuller lips. And then with that first brush, the teeniest bit, put a little bit on my chin. And I'm going to put a little bit of it under my brow. And just a teeny bit out of my tear duct. And I actually do not highlight my forehead at all. because of the fact that I'm trying to make my forehead look smaller, if I put highlight on it, it's just going to be basically like a, well, if you put highlight on, you're drawing the eye too, and you're making more pronounced. So it's basically putting a spotlight on it. So if you want something to be not as noticeable, then you want to put contour or leave highlight off of it completely. Like, I do not highlight my forehead because I don't want it to look even bigger than it is. I highlight my cheekbones because I want them to look more pronounced. I highlight my chin a little bit just so it doesn't look, mainly so it completes the straight line down my face for my nose. Other than that, that's really the only reason why I personally highlight my chin. You don't have to highlight your chin, but to me it completes the straight line of going from the top of my nose down my face, which gives more of the illusion of a straight line. Which, if you have a crooked nose like me, my crooked nose came from it being broken. It was broken up here, and it goes slightly to one side, and it's been like that since I was a child. But I've learned ways to fix it with makeup, so I don't have a lot of problems with it, so I have seen no reason to get a nose job. So, knowing my luck, I try to get a nose job and turn out more crooked than it is now. So, but that is how I contour and highlight with powder. Friday I'll put a video up of how I do it with cream. I forgot one thing. Let me add my blush in. So I'm going to use a mixture of blushes. Today I'm going to use my e.l.f. Pink Passion, which is a bright pink, on a Real Techniques blush brush, and a little bit of this goes a long way. So you don't have to put a lot on your brush. And everybody has a different place where they put their blush. Some people put it right on the apples, some people put it over here, some people put it down here. I personally go more of the classic way, from the apples and sweep towards the hairline. Mainly because, again, it emphasizes the cheekbones. And I'm also going to use my NYX blush in Mocha. So it's more of a browny, bricky color. And both of these are matte. This is just going to give that pink more of a earthy tone. So I did cover up quite a bit of it with the blush. I'm going to go back in with my, just a highlighter brush with no extra product on it. And then, because working with powder, I'm just going to spray a little bit of my e.l.f. Makeup Mist and Set. So get my bangs out of the way, close my eyes. I'm going to do a T and then an X. So. And what that's going to do is, one, it's going to make your makeup last all day. It's going to get rid of, it's going to help it all blend together, so it's going to help with any kind of streaking. And it's also going to refresh your face if your face is feeling dry or anything like that. because that particular one has a lot of vitamins and extracts in it. Also, it's going to take away that powdery look because I used powder concealer, powder foundation, blush, contour, highlight. All I used today was powder. So it just gets rid of that powdery finish to the skin and makes it look more like skin. So as you can see, it does not affect how the makeup looks. It doesn't make it look greasy or wet or anything like that. It just makes it so it doesn't come off as much or move as much also. The reason why I used all powders because it is summertime, and when it's hotter out you want to use one kind of formula, whether it's all cream or liquid or all powder. You don't want to mix powders and liquids in the heat because that's going to make it slide around more. So if you're going to use powder foundation, powder like contour and blush and highlight, try to use a powder foundation. If you're going to use cream or liquid of those products, try to use a liquid foundation. Try to limit the amount of powder that you put over it also, so that you're not going to risk everything slipping and sliding when you sweat. So, but that is the finished product. If you like these kind of how-to tutorial walkthrough videos, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and share the videos with your friends. Thanks. Bye.